My wife, 24, and I, 25, have been married since 2020 and together since 2014. We met on the internet and were long distance through high school and college before I moved in with her, and we got married soon after. My whole life, I've always enjoyed playing trading card games: Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Chaotic, Duel Masters. When I got into college and had easy access to a city and a lot of free time, I started visiting local game stores and playing in their weekly tournaments. It got to a point where I was competing in events 3 times a week, sometimes multiple events a day. My schoolwork did start to suffer, but only slightly. My partner was worried about me and also missed being able to text and hang with me on video chat, so I cooled down to 0-1 events per week, dropping the hobby altogether after graduating and locking in for the pandemic. We moved in together, quietly got married in the middle of the pandemic, and settled into our domestic lives as things started to calm down. I tried getting her into various card games with the time we spent together, but I couldn't find a game that suited her. Maybe someday I still can, but that's not what I'm here to lament over. As of this year, our work schedules are slightly desynchronized. I consistently start my shifts a few hours before her and finish a few hours before her. We work in different parts of the city. One day, after work, I decided to visit a local game store and play in a pre-release event where you get a bunch of new cards and play with those. I gave my cards away at the end of the event and went home. My wife came home. I didn't mention it. Didn't think to. Weeks pass, and now I have a few decks for a few different games that I keep hidden amongst my old collections. I visit my local stores 1 to 3 times a week after work, play some games, and come home before my wife does. She doesn't know a thing. Realistically, I can't imagine her being super against me doing this, but I think about her insistence on me cutting back in college and ended up deciding to keep it to myself. It seemed like a harmless secret, a little thrilling even. It's not like I'm having an affair or anything. This has all been going on for a few months now, and I'm starting to feel pretty bummed. I'm having a ton of fun playing card games again. I've made some really cool friends who know I'm married, but I can't introduce my wife to them or talk about them to her without admitting to this secret that I've kept for way too long. Some of my friends are also talking about traveling to compete in major tournaments over long weekends, and I obviously can't join in on those. I'm terrified of confessing my card gaming secret to my wife. Not because of the card games, but because I've kept it a secret for so long. But I also don't want to stop and pretend it never happened. And I definitely don't want to keep going like this.